It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their byes, so set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
They go play action with Wilson. Right to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since.
3rd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. We take a look at this defense heading out once again. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Torrance. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Wilson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Escape, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Torres. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
34-yard line.
They run the counter. Torres. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
33-yard line.
The middle they go. Torres. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete. Hey, look at this defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Second and 1. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 19 yards. And
now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Complete to number 31. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a first down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Torres. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
26-yard line.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings it front with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And able to get this out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. Result is a first down.
looking to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll drop the throw. And he rifles one incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
Now back to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Torres still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
3rd and 4.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And that is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. No, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy to try to tackle.
130 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
24-yard gain on the play. Results in a first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
First and 10 at the 47.
Wilson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Martin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Now Wilson. Now he's going to step up and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. To the incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
2nd and 11. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And 12 at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Torres. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Torres. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 46-yard line.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Will come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Torres. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson on the keeper. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Who finds his receiver, Watson. 4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Result is a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 40-yard line.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. A very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Now they'll run on the draw. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this one is right through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Wilson. They'll complete this one to Watson.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Torres. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Martin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
There's Wilson to throw. And Watson has it right side.
Complete to number 19. He's knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Now again, right side. Torres. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 18 on the play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. The result is a 1st down.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
First down pass.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
12-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play fake. He'll look to throw. fighting through pressure. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Option play, and Wilson's going to run with it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw is Wilson. That's pulled in by Brooks. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45.
Play action. Now Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. 55 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, nice move. And he'll be stopped, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
That is caught. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff running for the middle. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
Gain of 9 yards. Results in a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles.
That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for our visitors, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.